Hey, I'm Paul Butler. I'm one of the client partners at New Leaf Training and Development, and I'm delighted to be joined today by Amberly Chamberlain, who is the Faculty Professional Development Coordinator and an Associate Professor of Theatre Arts at Santa Ana College, who I'm grateful to report is actually a client of ours. Amberly, as you know, for the last 15 years at New Leaf, we've really focused on just three things. Number one, helping people better manage themselves. Number two, leading others. And number three, growing business acumen. And I just wondered what would be your recommended best practices in those three areas. But please do start, though, by telling us a little bit more about your organization, what you do specifically, and who you serve. So over to you, Amberly, and I'll wrap it up when you're done.
All right. Thank you, Paul. Thank you for having me today. So I teach at a community college. So we are a public college, primarily ran by the state, of course, part of the California Community College schools. And we have our own district, and we have two colleges within our district that are credit. And then we also have two non-credit within our district as well. So I began at the school 4 years ago. I just received my tenure. So big hurrah. And that was quite the journey to go through. I had taught for many years before. I taught for about 17 years total as my educator. I started in the high schools, then went to junior college and taught there for 7 years. And then I went back to school late. When we talk about growing business, I needed to grow my own self-worth, and went back and got my MFA and just graduated in 2016 and decided that I really wanted to make that commitment to being a full-time professor. So like I said, I started teaching in theater. And then when this whole pandemic happened, we struggled to have students in our classroom. And of course, students not wanting to take classes online so much in theater. So that's how I kind of worked my way into faculty professional development, which basically, in a sense, I am a teacher teaching teachers now. So that love still doesn't go away of being a teacher. We've had lots of professional development, including your own when you came to our college, which I had seen. Just to give some background, I had seen Paul speaking somewhere, and I was like, this is exactly what we need at our college, because I saw very tired teachers who were very stressed out and not taking care of themselves. Of course, that didn't include me at all. Very, very stressed out. And I think the problem when you're a teacher, you're living a kind of a life of servitude, right? You get into this position to want to help others. And so the struggle was real, that we weren't taking care of our own mental health and getting enough sleep and things like that. And so what I appreciated about when you came to our school was speaking to principals. And I think we always kind of need to circle back on that and remember why we're doing what we're doing. I think that's the beginning of managing self, is that you know what your purpose is. My favorite quote is, find out who you are and do it on purpose. The famous Dolly Parton said that, and very wise. And I think it is. I think our journeys every day are figuring out who we are, and that the life that we're living has purpose in it, and that we're doing things mindfully. And so I think that comes with setting limits, is a big thing for managing self. And you taught me that in your lovely speech of not saying anything that I'm crazy busy, because it means death to the heart. And I really took that. It resonated within me. And I think that I try to say now, I just have a very full day. I'm having very full days. So I think that's the first thing, is setting limits is the big one in managing self, living with purpose and knowing who you are. Leading others, the other area that you're speaking to, I think it's important, and I look at it from the teacher perspective, but it doesn't matter what position you're in, whether it's in classified staff or management, administration, that sort of thing, is always allowing yourself to be the student and allowing others to teach you. I think that's the best way to lead people, is letting people know that I'm not perfect. I might not get this right. Or if I messed up, I admit it, right? But then also, it's not about blame and shame, that we continue to try to grow together and say, okay, how do we fix this problem? We might not get it right the first time. So I think particularly in terms of our world, that we've gotten to the place that we make it be that it's not okay to mess up anymore. And to me, that's sad, because we're going to make mistakes. And I think that we just continue to allow people lead us and allow people to do the best that they can do. And in a strange way, that's the best way you can be a leader yourself.
Yeah, I love it.
So, and then in growing business, I know I'm running out of my time, is that it's going out into the community, knowing your audience, like I would say from a theater perspective, but same thing at our school. Our audience is our students. They're our paying customers. We need to learn about them. We need to learn about the community. We need to learn about their needs and make sure that we're meeting those needs and that we don't get stuck in this rut of doing what we've always done and being innovative and looking for new ideas and watching as things change around us, that we are meeting those needs and those goals and helping to push them to that next level. Mediocrity is a bad word to me. So that's just where we don't want to be. And that's pretty much my points that I have to share with you today.
Well, Amberly, on behalf of everyone who watches these, and as you know, they've become immensely popular now, thank you so much for your insights to help people and organizations better manage themselves, lead others, and grow business acumen. And just on a personal level, Amberly, I've really enjoyed working with you, and I hope we get the opportunity to be of service to you in the future. Could I offer you a virtual high five?
Absolutely. And it's likewise, man. I thoroughly enjoyed my experience with you. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Amberly. Thanks ever so much.